Finally, I'm awake to see the hurricane that's lurking inside of my bones. Imminence of power inflicted by truth of who you really are. I made some poor judgments, spent all of my days being conquered. Arising from nothing, it must to be something. That's worth fighting for. That's worth fighting for. The skeletons are what we once knew. Memories of torment once caused by you. Ravishing the hope that one day I'll be known. And the memory of what we once knew. Maybe one
Good evening, guys. We are here to stream the Capcom Spotlight, hoping for more Resident Evil Requiem news and gameplay. We will get right into it because it will be starting in just a few moments' time. Thank you guys for stopping back in with us. Do appreciate you. Thank you very much. Like I say, we have already been online tonight with a little bit of Silent Hill. We are getting the best of both worlds tonight. So hopefully we are getting some Resident Evil additional content of Requiem tonight. Awesome sauce, man. Who is hyped to see more of this? Really excited for this. Like I say, we are live across all the platforms watching this, just having a nice chill and watch along with this event. Let's go, guys. No waiting about. It is starting right now. Let's go, man. Well, thank you very much for being with us. Like I say, it's our live raw reactions and discussions to what is showcased tonight.
Welcome to Capcom Spotlight. For today's show, we'll be covering updates to games that are out now, plus new info on upcoming titles.
Yes!
This includes behind-the-scenes info from our developers, so be sure to watch until the end. Now, let's take a look at today's first title.
They're going to make us wait for Resi, I reckon. I think it's about 40 minutes long, by the way.
It isn't just a dream. It's a promise. One we're turning into reality. With our third generation of Luna filament and advanced generative AI, we're reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create life for our future. Delphi Corporation. Let's see about getting passed through to Earth. And why are these things trying to kill us?
There you are. All better.
Patch me up.
I am DI-03367. They are
Whoa, hang on a second. Don't you have a name or something? I'm good. Get behind me!
I think I can help.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through.
This looks fun. This looks so cool having like a little sidekick with us.
First and second firewalls. Hooking control protocols. Initiating hack.
Yeah, Pragmata. Yeah, I remember we did see a little bit of this. I think it was back on the Summer Game Fest, I believe.
I said I am D.
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?
Anna?
Yeah, that would be cool, man. I'd really love to play this one, for sure.
Introducing Capcom's newest IP, Pragmata.
Sorry, Pragmata.
All-new science fiction action-adventure with a unique hacking twist. It's
Oh,
been
she
a
has
while
the
since
hacking
we
ability.
first announced it, but we're excited to have the game ready for you in 2026. Today, we will go over some of the unique points of Pragmata. Encountering an android with a heart. You play as Hugh Williams, a member of a team sent to investigate a lunar research facility that's lost contact. When a lunar quake strikes, Hugh is separated from the team. He finds himself saved by Diana, an android girl.
All better.
Now they must work together to return to Earth. Hugh, a bit sarcastic, but a kind soul. And Diana, a curious and enigmatic android. This is how an unlikely adventure between a human and android begins. A mix of puzzle and action. In Pragmata, combat begins with disarming the enemy's armor.
So breaking that down first.
You will find it difficult to inflict any real damage.
Does she maybe do that?
This is where Diana comes in.
Yeah.
Let's use her hacking ability on this enemy.
Oh, it's the hacky hack system. Look at that.
Cursor through the panel. You take down their armor. And now it's Hugh's turn. Take aim at the enemy's weak points. Passing through more blue nodes increases damage, and the enemy's armor stays exposed for longer. With an arsenal of unique weapons, take on the rampaging bots.
Oh, nice.
What enemy will you hack first? What weapon will you use? Thinking on the fly in the heat of combat, and how you handle the multi-sided situation will be key for success. We can't wait for you to try this compelling new combat system.
Oh, I'm excited for this, man.
AI-controlled lunar research station. In Pragmata, your adventures take place at a lunar research station. They are researching a new material that can be used to 3D print almost anything, from microchips to cars and giant structures. Now, however, the lunar research station seems void of human activity. Only the lifeless world and the AI remain. Use your thrusters to move around the lunar research station. You will also need to hack the systems blocking your progress. By combining their abilities, Hugh and Diana can explore this world together. Pragmata will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X.
That's good, man. It's available across all platforms, so no one's missing out. It's not an exclusive, you know. I do like it when it's available
We'll
across
also
all.
have public hands-on for Pragmata.
I'm actually trying to make it to Gamescom as well.
Firsthand, including the thrilling combination of puzzle and action combat. We are looking forward to many more events where you can get your hands on Pragmata. Please look out for more information on Pragmata on our official social channels, website, and stores.
I'm excited for this. I'd love to stream this when it releases.
And don't forget
Sure,
to
man.
follow and to add Pragmata to your wish list.
I'm all for it. Hell yeah, man. Thank you guys for the support, the follows and the gifts, etc. The alerts are off for this event, but thank you very much, guys, for coming in with the support. Years 1 to 2 Fighters
番
Edition.
組をご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。ストリートファイター6のディレクター中山です。
本日は私から皆様に最新情報をお届けいたします。6月5日に任天堂スイッチ2にもストリートファイター6を発売することができました。より多くの方々にゲームを遊んでいただいて開発一同大変嬉しく思っています。また先日イヤー3に登場するキャラクターのラインナップも発表させていただきました。
For year 3, so there's different years to it.
クリムゾンバイパー、アレックス、そしてイングリッドが登場する予定です。さて本日はイヤー3最初に登場するサガットの映像を少しだけではありますが
Oh, Sagat's a good character.
ご覧ください。
He's cool, man. No Resident Evil Requiem just yet. They're going to make us wait out for that one. It should be showcased on this, though. It's meant to be about 40 minutes, this event. We're all just sat back in the chairs nice and comfy. That's why I'm all slouched back. Yes, G, thanks for coming in with the hype, gal. Much love to you. Hope you're all good. But thank you to all you guys for coming on in with us, man. Really appreciate you. We are more than hype, J-Rex. Some Resident Evil Requiem. Let's freaking go, man. Thanks to the follows as well, guys. Thanks for getting on board with us, man. But we are here to cover the Resident Evil hype tonight. We are locked in. Sipping on G Fuel. When you think about, like, I'm really old school, like, with like, Street Fighter. I love, like, Street Fighter 2. That's, like, been my favourite. It's insane, like, how far it's come, right, over the years. It's really interesting, really good, man.
Sagat is ready for battle.
He's an iconic
Players can
character,
also
Sagat
get
is.
World Tour experience with Sagat deep in the mountains of Thailand. The Emperor makes his landing on August 5th.
As the G Fuel had.
Prepare for Sagat's release. The Sagat Arrives Fighting Pass will be available starting from July 4th.
Check your Pepsi bags.
Premium rewards include Sagat's Wanderer avatar gear. And we've also prepared some throwback stickers and emotes. From Sagat's days as the boss of the original Street Fighter. We're also increasing the amount of content in the Fighting Pass that can be used in Fighting Ground. Don't expect me to be a pushover. Use EX Color.
It's an absolute tank, isn't he? What a unit. That's Ken as well.
As well as art and effects to use with the game's Challenger customization feature. We're also prepping music tracks to use in fights and more for players. Please check it out.
It's mad what they've done, extra features, like expanded these games.
Outfit 4 content. Check out the designs of the 7 characters that will receive Outfit 4 content with the Sagat update. Cammy. Luke.
The Baywatch material, right? Yes, Chun-Li! What a gal! Chun-Li's badass. She's difficult to face on Street Fighter.
Kimberly. And Aki. We're continuing work on Outfit 4 content for these characters. And of course, are working on Outfit 4 for the rest of the roster. So please stay tuned.
本日の情報は以上となりますがいかがだったでしょうか。今回ご紹介したキャラクターやファイティングパスなどについて皆様にお届けできるよう開発チーム一丸となって最終調整に取り組んでおります。後日サガットのゲームプレイトレーラーの公開も予定しておりますので
Sagat gameplay trailer. Nice, man.
これからもストリートファイター6をどうぞよろしくお願いします。
Yeah, I freaking love Street Fighter 2 Arcade. Love that.
Update from Capcom eSports.
We used to have a machine of that in our local Netto store.
Competition for the world's
Food store.
best players. Players the world over will battle it out in regional qualifying tournaments. The Capcom Pro Tour 2025 Singles Tournament Tour is now accepting entries. Anyone is welcome to join.
God, imagine that.
Compete for a spot in the Capcom Cup 12 tournament.
Thank you to all you guys, man, for being in with us for the Capcom Spotlight. We are across all the platforms, so please do feel free. Follow us on whatever's good for yourselves. Thank you, guys. Pinned comments in the chats.
Once again, receive a whopping $1 million prize.
Woo! $1 million!
The intense battles this year as players fight to become world champion.
Bro, I think we need to become a Street Fighter streamer instead.
Capcom eSports website.
And just stream 24/7 and just grind for it. Imagine being the fighter, you know, the gamer slash fighter who wins £1 million. Insane.
Path of the Goddess has released
That is
on the
insane.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Crazy stuff.
In this original Japanese-inspired world,
Crazy stuff.
exhilarating dance-like sword action. Strategize and fight alongside villagers as you enjoy this unique game experience. You can also use the new features of the Switch 2 and play using mouse controls. Have fun playing with the controls you want. Compatible with handheld mode, you can enjoy the game anytime, anywhere.
Good evening to you guys. Thank you for stopping in with us, man. Thank you.
Path of the Goddess is available now.
We are hanging in for some Resident Evil Requiem.
So, the action and
We're hanging in there, man.
further enhanced with the new extra content, Otherworldly Venture, added to all available
Them
platforms.
graphics look cool. I like the style of those just then.
In the Otherworld, beyond the Torii gates, protect the maiden from nightly attacks of the sea. As you earn rewards by outlasting each wave of enemies. On an ever-changing battlefield, determine who will fight and win, and how to best use your rewards. Aim for a high score amid infinite strategies in this challenging and satisfying gameplay mode. How long will you be able to defend the maiden from the seethe in the Otherworld? Following its initial release on July 19th last year, Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess, will celebrate its one-year anniversary next month. We have prepared a small token of our appreciation for the many fans who have played the game. Presenting Yashichi Waves, a Mazo talisman that changes some music in the main game to 8-bit style.
Bro, these games are a little too complex for lol hall.
This can be obtained in a free update available at a later date to both new and existing players. Please look forward to the update coming soon. Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess, is available now on all shown platforms. Try the game's unique experience for yourself now.
Thank you for the support, guys. Really appreciate you being in with us.
Today's lineup
Thank
of
you.
Capcom titles. 8 action and fighting games make their returns, including the legendary Capcom vs. SNK series.
Wow. Fighting Collection 2.
And a gallery featuring sounds and artwork, as well as easy-to-use one-button specials.
Nice.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is available now.
Fatal Fury, Power Stone in that.
Reclaim your destiny.
Oh, Onimusha. Loads of you guys have told me to play this. I've never played it before.
From the swordplay action series Onimusha. A memorable cast of characters returns to weave their deep and complex tale anew.
Oh, we should play this
Experience
remaster
the
then, right?
classic gameplay refined for modern consoles.
I never played it, man.
Onimusha 2: Samurai's Destiny is
Available now? We should maybe get on
Way
this.
of the Sword. The next entry in the Swordplay action game series is coming in 2026. Set in early Edo period Kyoto, the protagonist, Miyamoto Musashi, will face his formidable rival, Sasaki Ganryu. How will the clash between them unfold? Stay tuned for more.
I think we should maybe get on that Onimusha 2 remake, right?
Capcom digital sale is here. Monster Hunter Wilds is on sale for the first time. Experience the most evolved action and improved immersion in any Monster Hunter to date. Also, make sure to check out other Monster Hunter games. In celebration
Of
the
course.
series' latest thrilling news, Resident Evil games are on sale at great prices. But that's not all. Dragon's Dogma 2, Marvel vs. Capcom fighting.
Nice, Marvel vs. Capcom, that was classic.
Ace Attorney titles and more.
And yeah, the
are on sale too.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster was awesome.
Chance to pick up these must-play hit games. From the creators of the latest Resident Evil.
Come on! Oh god, let's go! Let's go, lock in, guys. Oh, lock in, here we go.
開発のコンセプトは病みつきになる恐怖というのを掲げています。恐怖を乗り越えるね気持ちよさ、そこのカタルシスってやっぱこう脳汁が出るんですよね。それ自体がもっとやりたい、遊びたいっていう中毒性をそこに徹底的にフォーカスしてみたら怖いけどゲームとしても楽しい、そういうのが作れるんじゃないかなっていうのがレクイエムの出発点でした。
Oh, fuck, what is that thing chasing?
シングルプレイかつ、オフラインの
So offline single player only.
バイオハザードで一番重要なのは恐怖体験だと思うんですけれども、今作においてはその恐怖体験っていうところに、しっかりとフィーチャーした内容に仕上がってるんじゃないかなと思ってます。
今回の主人公は FBI 捜査官ブレイス・アッシュクラフト、内向的で怖がり、バイオハザードとしては割と新しいタイプのキャラクターを
Just introverted and easily scared.
同じ目線で一緒になって怖がれる、こういうキャラクターを狙っています。物語の中でもちろん彼女も恐怖を克服し成長していくんですけども、 FBI 捜査官なので銃の扱いも慣れてますし、冷静な推理力とかも発揮しつつ活躍するキャラクターになってます。レオンを主人公にしようっていうのは実はずっとあったんですけども、どうしてもレオンを使ったバッチバチのホラーっていうのが割と難しくて、落ちてきたバケツにびっくりするとか、そういうレオンってそんなみんな見たくないやろっていうところで、じゃあホラーと食い合わせ悪いよなっていうのがやっぱりありましたけど、
ファーストトレーラーご覧になって分かるように、グレース自身がすごいいろんな目に遭うんですね。 PV で断片的には入ってるんですけれども、逆さずり一つとっても顔の赤らみ、高揚感であったりとか、うっ血してる表現、あとは髪の毛もかなり力を入れてまして、自分たちでスタッフと一緒にプロの方を呼んで実際にウィッグを作って、そこからシミュレーションして CG に落とし込んだりとかもしています。
バイオハザードレクイエムはですね、一人称視点と
Yes.
2つの視点で
You can freely switch between first and third person.
主観視点だとその恐怖を間近に感じることができて、
Awesome.
緊張感のある臨場感のある、ゲームプレイっていうのが可能になります。
Over there, what is that enemy?
キャラクターの肩越しでの視点というところでアクション、そういったところがよく見えるゲームプレイになると思いますので、アクションが好きだなって思う方には、三人称視点の方がおすすめです。
Raccoon City, we're going home, guys. We are going home. It is coming home.
30年近く経つんですけども、ゲームの舞台として登場します。
その当時アンブレラ事件というのでシリーズがヒットして、それ以降ね、さまざまなキャラクターたちが、いろんなラクーンシティで起きた事件をきっかけに立ち向かっていくようになったり、人間成長したり、 そこに今回この表現のメスを入れるっていうのが作り手としてはやっぱりかなり緊張感を持って臨ませてもらったっていうのが大きかったですね。
ラクーン事件に関わったもしくはラクーン事件に巻き込まれて大きく人生を変わってしまったり、命を落としてしまったりとそういった登場人物がたくさん出ます。レクイエムは彼らに向けての言葉通り鎮魂であり、もっと言うとバイオハザードシリーズラクーン事件アンブレアをきっかけに生まれたシリーズのある種一つの区切りという意味でレクイエムというタイトルをつけています。
バイオハザードレクイエムは2026年2月27日に発売予定です。2026年3月にバイオハザードシリーズ30周年を迎えます。30周年記念タイトルの名に恥じぬようなゲームとして今作リリースしたいなというふうに思っております。
Yeah, Resident Evil as a series, 30th anniversary coming up in March.
大き
Let's
く
go.
転換してですね。
実写映画を目指すというところで
Further interviews with the creators that didn't fit into today's presentation will be released today on the Resident Evil portal. Register your Capcom ID to see the rest.
ラクーンシティっていうところは基本触っちゃいけないもんだと。
Nice, man.
Get ready, hunters. The guild has
I'm gonna have to take a look over at that Resident Evil portal. I don't know if I've got a login for that. I'll have to just have a look at that while the rest of this is playing. I'm trying to load it, but it's not coming up. I think everyone's gonna trying to get on it right now. It's literally not loading up right now. The Capcom portal. I'm trying to get on it. So maybe no Leon then, unless he comes to save Grace, right?
お願いします。はい、モンスターハンターワイルズディレクターの徳田です。よろしくお願いします。
はい、それでは早速ですが、無料タイトルアップデート第2弾のプロモーション映像をご覧ください。どうぞ。
Hella hype though, man. Like I say, not so much kind of gameplay or anything, but at least got more information on it. It's timing out, man. It's an error on the Capcom portal. I can't get on it. I think loads of people will be trying to get on it. Can't get on it, dude. It's crashing. So yeah, I think that's it for Resi Evil, guys. I think that's it. There's probably like another maybe 10-15 minutes-ish left of the event. So like I said, we'll watch it through. We'll see if we can get on the portal before we head off tonight. But it's timing out right now. Cannot get on it at all. But I think potentially the fact that they've mentioned Leon and said, well, we couldn't have him as a character because obviously he can't jump at things, whatever. I think he could come back to help out Grace if she's kind of captured or she runs into some kind of trouble. I think the fact that they've mentioned him and said, oh yeah, we couldn't have him as a character, we can't have him jumping and whatever. I think it's kind of reverse psychology. It's like, oh, they said they can't do him, so he's definitely not in it. But I think he could do. I think he could be in it. I've got a bad feeling like he might be sacrificed in order to save Grace. I've just got a bad feeling. It's a kind of a gut feeling I've got. But I think that was kind of reverse psychology what they've done. Saying, oh, we couldn't have him, and you know, because we can't have him. He's not going to be scared with horror. But I think they're going to have him in, not as a protagonist, obviously, but in a rescue kind of role, I think. Yeah, they said obviously they couldn't have him as a main character. Because they wanted someone who, like, related to the horror. Like, you know, feelings. Someone vulnerable kind of thing. Who's susceptible to, like you say, the scares and the horror.
というわけでいよいよ皆様にラギアクルスのお話ができる日がやってまいりましたと。
Monster Hunter is a series that I've never played this, but it's so... I'm sure Monster Hunter Ultimate 3, I think that's like Capcom's best-selling game. It's actually not a Resi game. It's Monster Hunter. At least last time I checked.
今回ようやく
Yeah, I think it's good, Tyler.
登場させることをお知らせできたと。実はモンスターハンター
Really interesting point, man. Glad they're focusing more on horror over action. Also glad we're getting a new character who isn't desensitized to horror. That's it. Like you said, I think that's why they had to kind of look and think, who can we introduce who's new as a protagonist, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Leon or Chris might be sacrificed, but I've got a bad feeling because the characters have been too safe over a 30-year lifespan of the series, right? So I think there's been lots of rumours and obviously talk, but I think someone might be sacrificed, I think. I've got like a bad feeling that they've kind of sat down and be like, right, it's time. We're 30 years into the series, someone's got to go. I think someone might be sacrificed. I don't know. I've got a feeling like Leon might come back. Because like Raccoon City's and the RPD, it's his thing to return to. His first day on the job, and will they do it as his last day on the job? I mean, not necessarily as an RPD officer, but, you know, will his last day end in Raccoon City? I think they might bring that into, you know, like a cycle. Started his first day there, and his last day will be there of service. I do heavily think that's probably what's going to happen. I do think there'll be emphasis on Leon. I'm not sure where it stands with the likes of... I can't see Claire being in it. I don't know where we stand with the likes of Chris and Jill. I'm not sure. Obviously, it'd be great to see any of the originals, I think. Be great for them to come in, you know, and offer their expertise. You know. But... yeah, I think we are due that death. Like I said, I really think they've sat down and been like, well, Leon started there and it ends there. The fact we've got Raccoon City and that shot of the RPD, I've just got a bad feeling he's going to be sacrificed. And I think it will be like a sacrifice. Like, it'll do something, I think, to sacrifice to save Grace, I think. That's just my prediction anyway. I've just got a feeling. But yeah. I'd like them to retire the OGs, let them be retired with family. Yeah, they've earned their chill, haven't they, Tyler? They put their shifts in. Don't make them work till they're 70. Absolutely. No more Jake Muller superheroes. Oh, hell no, man. No Resi 6 vibes, dude. Well, thanks for being in, guys. We have seen the main attraction anyway. I don't think there's any more Resident Evil coming in this Spotlight event. I doubt it. I think that's probably our lot. I was hoping to see a bit of gameplay, but maybe it's just a bit too early for them to show it. Maybe they're just not planning it yet. We'll hang in there, you never know, but I think that's probably our lot for tonight. At least we've got more details, though. Really good, man. I will be coming off after this event, and I'll get on some short-form content about it as well. Be really cool. And I'll probably relay on a video what I've said to you guys. I'll probably say my prediction of what it's going to be. Oh, they're on Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate now. Thank you very much, guys, for the gifts. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming in with those. Had Alyssa, Holes, and Tony. Thank you for those latest gifts. Appreciate you guys who followed us as well. Really appreciate it. Gameplay, maybe Halloween or Christmas. Yeah, maybe Halloween would be fitting, if they did. I do get you, Tyler. Like you say, the OGs, they will be pushing on, man. They need to be in retirement, just having a chill, right? That's why maybe they might sacrifice one, and then the rest of them are like, fuck that. I am proper retiring now. Well, thank you to all you guys across all the platforms. Appreciate you being in with us, man. It's great to be able to cover the event. And like you say, you know, as soon as the latest Resi info drops, it's great to be live with you guys. And thank you for choosing our stream, you know, to come chill in, you know, for some live reaction and discussion to that. Thank you.
For the second Arch-Tempered monster, we'll have Arch-Tempered Uth Duna up here for a limited time.
Yeah, I think the likes of
you'll be able to forge the
Leon will be in his 50s, early 50s, I think. Chris will be about 60, I think. It's actually insane thinking about it. I always just think of them as their actual ages in the originals. But time has passed. Mad stuff indeed. But yeah, we've got absolute numbers in. Thanks so much to you guys, man.
allows you to use that weapon as layered equipment. For Artian weapons, you'll get it after fully reinforcing.
You do. I just still assume they're the OG ages, right?
For Palico weapons, you'll need to forge high rank weapons. We're adding brightness settings and filter effects to photo mode. And in the character display tab, you'll be able to hide your handler, Palico, Sacred, and more. We're planning on continuing to update photo mode to make it easier to use.
A lot of games are doing that now, actually, aren't they? Adding the photo mode. There's a lot adding to that.
Swap handlers. You'll now be able to travel with Eric instead of Alma. As for support hunters, Mina, a hunter from Vespai unit who wields a sword and shield, will be added. You'll also now be able to select which support hunters participate in quests.
Man, I have not even attempted Monster Hunter. It seems a very complex world. I'm sure it's not too bad once you get used to it, but man. Have any of you guys played it? They do look good, but... Is that right, Tyler? Yeah, I'm not too good with the exact ages of them. So, as it stands where Requiem is, right? Leon would be 51, Chris 54, Jill 53, oh, and Barry 58. Barry's the one pushing 60. That's insane. I can't imagine them being that. I can't. I can imagine, Jack. I can imagine it's immersive, man. Yeah, good night to you guys. If you need to dip out, thank you very much, man, for being in with us. We'll be here till the end of the event. I think it's only in a few minutes' time. I think it's about 40 minutes-ish, the event. But I will be coming off because I will be making some short-form content. I'll be back on tomorrow evening, though. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that, guys. A Monster Hunter Telecaster. Come on. Now, that looks beautiful, I've got to say. Oh, man. Imagine that, jamming along to that. That's really cool. It's like an adult version of Pokemon, is it actually? It does look good, man. Look at this. Look at this Telecaster they're putting together. Oh, man. That's so good. That's really interesting, that, seeing the motion capture for that. God, it's a heavily Monster Hunter, isn't it? But like you say, it just is, though. It's a massive title. Massive series to Capcom.
There will be 4 kinds of dance gestures as free DLC. And a cosmetic DLC Pack 2 as paid DLC. The those with the Premium Deluxe Edition or the Cosmetic DLC Pass will automatically obtain it.
Yeah, I think after Requiem for Resident Evil 10, I'd love it to be called Resident Evil Pensioners. And they're just all like, they all just come in, like, you know that like Wolf of Wall Street moment? I'm not leaving! They're just like, we ain't retiring! And they should just do that. Resident Evil Pensioners. They ain't retiring ever.
There will also be other DLC not included.
I'm all for that. You alright, mate? You having a good time? Was it glitching or was it just going fucking mental?
There will be a seasonal event called Festival of Accord Flame Fate. During seasonal events, the decorations and meals at the Grand Hub will change. And by playing during the event, you will be able to get limited time only equipment, gestures, pop-up camp decorations, and more. Festival of Accord Flame Fate will begin July 23rd. Let's make this summer a hot one to remember.
God, they are featuring a hell of a lot with this. Man, it was like that that fighting game, won it all over again on that other event. Fucking hell.
また武器の重ね着装備などシステム追加を予定しています。夏の季節イベント交わりの祭事踊り火の儀を開催します。
Thank you, Confess. Thanks for the GG gift and welcome on in, Kirsty. Lovely to see you, gal. I hope you are well. Thank you for stopping by with us. What's going on, Fizz? Welcome on in. We're just having a chill just till the end of the event. It's going so mega complex in this. I don't really understand it because I'm not in the Monster Hunter world. But we're just chilling, man. We've seen some Resident Evil Requiem. But at least we've got some Resi content tonight, right? And yeah, honestly, I understand life is hella busy. So don't worry, I know you guys do try and make the stream as much as possible. Love you guys. Like I say, the streams will always be here for you. We are on stream most evenings. Like, look at the extent of these interviews. Couldn't we have got, like you said, the full interviews with Resident Evil Requiem? Could we have not got longer interviews? Because they were very brief compared to this amount of detail. They always have to keep it brief with Resi, don't they? Keep us wanting more, you know? I can't get on the Capcom portal, by the way. You know the Capcom Resident Evil portal, because they said the full interviews are there. I was going to boot them up so we can actually watch them, but I can't get on it. I literally can't get on it. The demand must be, like, phenomenal for it. Can't get on it, man. It's just timing out and going to error. Yeah, they do. Capcom do tease with Resi. It's definitely one of those series.
That does it for today's
Oh, and that's it.
Thank you for watching. Before you go, we'll be holding a survey about today's show. Viewers of this broadcast are invited to take part on the Capcom Spot.
Oh. That's not ours. It was just cut off there.
We just wrapped the Capcom Spotlight, and we're going to break it all down for you. I'm Nick Lamone, joined by...
Oh, man, so that is it. That is it, guys. I'll just pop the audio down a little bit. I think it's timed out because something else keeps talking. That's it. Stopped now. There might be a bit more Resis. Just bear with it.
Look at the game, and I think for the longest time, people were speculating that there's going to be a dual protagonist in Resident Evil Requiem, and they straight up confronted that heads on, saying, we thought about putting Leon in this game, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense to put him in here since this is a horror-centric game. John,
They did say as a main character, though.
Going back to what we saw with
They said as a protagonist.
more oriented towards straight-up horror.
I think it's good. I think maybe Silent Hill's keeping them on their toes now. I think, you know, we're going back to something that looks, it definitely looks like it's going to be a little slower paced, a little more kind of ponderous, and going back. I mean, they're talking about going back to something like really tapping into the horror. I mean, it seems obvious them stating that horror has always been a part of Resident Evil, but like I think really kind of tapping into that, and like it definitely looks like they're playing with lighting and making it feel kind of like spooky rather than just sort of like throwing monsters at you. So I think they're. I mean, it looks like they're actually looking to completely reboot the franchise. Frankly, I mean that seemed to be what they were intimating, is that they're skipping forward in time. They're
30 years later.
30 years later, they're kind of brushing a lot of the they're kind of putting a lot of the history of the franchise behind them so that they can start fresh, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, I mean, when we first saw this during Summer Games Fest, we saw visions of a bombed-out Raccoon City, which is not something we've typically seen in a lot of the more modern Resident Evil games. So, Matt, you've actually gotten hands-on with Requiem. How does this stack up to what you've seen? Is this exactly what you saw during your time with the game?
Yeah, I mean, as we see now, there's a clip of her reloading a gun. So the part that I played had no combat whatsoever, right? But for the most part, everything that I saw today was fairly close to what I played. So I got a 30-minute hands-on. I was able to try out both the first-person and third-person mode, which is, you can switch in the options menu. But everything they're saying about the horror, or like focusing on the horror, is absolutely true from what I played. Like it was definitely like a slow pace, sort of like you hear, bumps in the night, and the things, the hallways turn dark, or they turn like scary bright all, at a flicker, and you don't know what's gonna happen. And Grace also, like they were mentioning how Grace is a sort of like an inexperienced sort of heroine who is not like a Leon. She does get scared.
She's a data analyst.
She's a data analyst. She can't do roundhouse kicks, right?
Yet,
right? You learn on the job. But you definitely get that. I definitely got that from my playthrough too. You get a lot of feedback from her. Like there's a lot of like her making like her going like, oh my god, when like reacting to scary things in real time, and you definitely feel her fear, which I really appreciated. I really liked, and one thing I feel like I got the sense from is that Capcom really likes this character. I think they designed this character very intentionally and like with a lot of purpose. So it makes sense that they kind of want to focus on her. So I'm kind of glad that they sort of addressed the Leon rumors, but said, no, this is Grace, this is our new protagonist, because it really shows, like, from what I played, they put a lot of detail into it, so.
Yeah, it really hard. Like, looking at the director of this game, it kind of harkens back to Resident Evil 7 in multiple ways. The director of Resident Evil Requiem is Koshi Nakanishi. Again, he directed Resident Evil 7, which was the first time the series went into first-person proper, I guess, on console. We won't count Dead Aim or stuff like that, or Gaiden. But apart from that, that was a game that really did a soft reboot of the franchises, making it feel more horror-centric, and just, it kind of brought the fear back to Resident Evil. It's something that we kind of lost a little bit with the original Resident Evil 4, and then RE5 straight up threw it out the window. So it was nice, and 6 is a lot. But 7 really brought the franchise back to its horror roots, setting it in
Yeah, 7 was a huge reboot.
Bayou setting, very unique, and directly inspired by stuff like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I'm very curious to see what they do with Resident Evil 9. But let's talk a little bit about Grace Ashcroft.
I'm glad we've got some discussion, by the way. It's really good.
The daughter of a character from a spin-off title on the PS2, Resident Evil Outbreak. Like, I love
Wild.
that Capcom is willing to get niche and like obscure with how they are bringing back all of the connective tissue from previous games. So how do we feel about it being just a Joe Schmo character as opposed to your Leon S. Kennedy, your Chris Redfield, your Claire Redfield?
I think it makes it more interesting because you can have too many badasses in these things, and I mentioned Silent Hill. I think part of the beauty of Silent Hill was always it was just some guy stumbling into something. And I think not being a badass and not kind of escalating the character to kind of superhero.
Yeah, so it makes it down to earth, doesn't it? Right.
Play around with the horror, and you can make more mundane things horrific, right? Because
relatable, down to earth protagonist.
You have to escalate the threat. Whereas when she's a data analyst, she can like something.
There's tension.
There's tension in just something mildly scary happening. Versus with Leon, you had to throw something big at him, right? And I think,
actually, from Microsoft Excel to all-out horror.
Because it's the same problem with superhero movies, right? Where you have to keep like making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and just to the point where it gets ridiculous. And I think by bringing it back, it allows them to make the whole experience feel more intimate again, and that honestly will make it scarier.
Matt, what do we
No worries if you've got to step out, guys. Thank you very much for being here with us. Much love to you, and thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
More of the horror stuff, the first person versus third person. Like, when I finished Resident Evil 7, I remember being all in on the horrors, but then you kind of get push-pulled because you get rescued by Chris Redfield at the end of the game. It was like, okay, this isn't a reboot of the franchise. We're back to normal Resident Evil people and turns and whatnot. So how do we feel about Requiem in terms of what's next for the franchise, and this being a Requiem for all that came before?
Yeah, so a lot of that was new information to me, right? So I got a little at Summer Game Fest, but the stuff about 30 years later after Raccoon City and it being a Requiem, meaning, you know, that this is going to be even a eulogy for some characters that we might know, that's all new information to me, and that's got me really excited. You know, I do think it's come to a point where Resident Evil is sort of defined by a rotating cast of like 3 or 4 characters, and it's really exciting for them to know that, like, hey, at some point we have to move on, and it seems like that's what they're doing here while being respectful to the characters that paved the way before. The fact that they're returning to Raccoon City after it was bombed by missiles at the end of Resident Evil 3 is a cool touch. And like, honestly, the most exciting thing for me is the time jump. Like, 30 years is not like a small, insignificant time jump. I think Leon would be 50-some years old if he survived. Like,
so right, 30 years from when? So let's place this game in actual time.
Right.
When would it be?
30 years after the bombing of Raccoon City.
Right, which
would be...
So 2028, right?
2 and 3, which is like what, 1999?
1999, yeah.
Well, let me pull up a computer. You guys can.
So what they're doing is they're actually pulling the franchise so that it's contemporary to now.
Yeah, or even a little bit in the future.
Or slightly in the future,
Yeah.
but like they've been kind of like playing around with a timeline that is increasingly in the past. So what they're actually doing is dragging it forward.
Yep.
I mean, I would imagine partly so that they can contemporize the technology a little bit.
Well, that hasn't stopped them before.
It was confirmed 1998 was the Raccoon City destruction, so this would bring it
2028.
2028. So
it's set in 2028.
near future, and you know, putting this in the context of what we've seen with the Resident Evil 7 and 8 duology, there, we got a little glimpse of our main character's daughter. We got a flash forward of her even further into the future, so this looks like it takes place even before that, if my calculations are correct.
Right.
Ethan Winter's daughter, I cannot recall her name in this moment, but she is a psychic, she is a medium.
Rose.
Rosemary Winter.
Rose Winter, yes, that's correct. So I'm curious to see if that's still in contention with what we're seeing here with Requiem, because, you know, her DLC, in my opinion, wasn't all that fun to play, but I did appreciate that it brought a more supernatural touch to Resident Evil. One thing that always stands out about Resident Evil, like, Nick, what are you talking about? Zombies are supernatural as heck. Well, it's all science experiments gone wrong, really. There's never any actual...
It wasn't really any kind of like sort of like more magical. I mean, like they sort of drifted into psychic stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was fundamentally a virus that mutated things, and that was what was driving things. It was like monster stuff driven by something that was gone wrong, right? Whereas I think, you know, maybe this is an opportunity for them to go, yeah, a bunch of stuff kind of like there was a knock-on effect from that, you know?
Yeah, and like, what do we think this game is? Because in addition to confronting the Leon rumors head-on, they also said this is a single-player experience. Is this an open-world Resident Evil game? Is this semi-open world, or what we saw with something like RE4 Remake, where it's just extremely large hubs with optional objectives that you can hit throughout? Like,
I wouldn't say it's that open world, I think.
So the portion I played felt very much like the house portion in Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, the RE7 vibes. Not like that open world.
So it's set in Raccoon City, which means they have the same architect everywhere, which means I think this is maybe the hotel that they were alluding to in the first trailer, but it was definitely like maybe the medical ward of a hotel, because it was like a nurse's station, so it could have either been a hospital, could have been a hotel. There are random, you know, classic Gothic architecture elements in this hotel hospital place per, you know, Raccoon City design, but no, very self-contained, very like narrow hallways, no real sense that this is going to open up into a broader open world thing. But again, it was just like one 30-minute slice. Yeah, snippet. So who's to say for the full thing?
You know, I touched a little bit earlier that Resident Evil 7 was very directly inspired by stuff like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think Resident Evil Village was a snapshot of different genres of horror. You got your supernatural horror with, you know, the very scary large baby. You got the, you know, body modification horror in the underground laboratory, as well as your Resident Evil 4 homages with the game's opening chapter. What do we think? Is there anything that we can glean from what we've seen so far? We've seen the FBI, we've seen a bombed out Raccoon City.
We didn't see any monsters, right?
No monsters, but you actually talked about that in your preview, that there is a barbarian inspired monster.
Yeah, there was no monster in today's show, but I did play the demo that I played did include a monster. And
We could see it chasing her in the distance.
Type monsters that Resident Evil is
another Mr. X.
Another Mr. X, but this it reminded me very much of the monster in Barbarian. You know, it was not. I don't think it was a tyrant. You know, some people who've seen her and played the demo also have kind of likened her to Lisa.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up.
Oh, kind of Lisa Trevor vibes.
What's Lisa up to these days? If this is revisiting Raccoon City, what got left behind in those rooms?
I mean, I can't confirm whether or not it is Lisa, but it's definitely like of that mold, right? Definitely not a Mr. X or a Nemesis, closer to a Lisa. But also really huge. It just, I don't know, it just reminds me of the main monster from Barbarian, a movie that I love, and whose director will be making the next Resident Evil movie, which is super fun.
So you heard it here first.
Yeah, we couldn't see that, Clay, could we? We couldn't see it. Not much clarity with it.
A quick break, but stick around because there's more to unpack from Capcom. The Capcom Spotlight right here on IGN Summer of Gaming.
I think that's probably it for the Resident Evil obviously discussion. So yeah, I think we'll cut off the stream there, I think, guys, because I think that will be the end of discussion for that, I think. But yeah, let me know, guys, what do you reckon to what we've seen tonight? I'm rather satisfied. I wish we'd have seen a bit more gameplay, but that's just me being greedy. I always we'll always want more, right? You know, whatever's revealed from Capcom. But no, I think it's good. They've kind of put us in the picture a little bit more about it, you know? I think they kind of put us in the picture a bit about the reasoning behind the decisions, you know? Like, obviously, to make Grace a protagonist, someone kind of, like, a bit more relatable, kind of down to earth with horror, because, like I say, she's a data analyst, kind of one of those, kind of like everyday average person sort of thing. And then she's put into this full-on horror, like I said, from Microsoft Excel to all-out horror. Awesome. But yeah, like you say, I do think I do think so, to be honest, Fizz, because they showed they showed hella loads of Street Fighter DLC, and also I do appreciate it, you know, as well. It is a massive franchise. Monster Hunter Ultimate, it's like the 4th one. Like they really delved like way into that, and like obviously. You don't get that with any other games. You know where they say, like, oh, yeah, just go on the portal to see the full interview. You literally saw the full interviews with, like, you know, obviously the Monster Hunter, the Street Fighter. Like, why are we teased? Why are we left like this, you know? I do think it's a little unfair, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to come across like I'm an entitled, you know, Resident Evil fan and whatever, because I know some people, we can sometimes get a bad rep. People are like, you know... The RE community, it's entitled, it's this and that. There's all sorts kind of flying around online said about the RE community. But no, like, you know, over here, we're sound people. We're all here for the love of horror and Resident Evil. But that is my opinion of it, though. I do think, obviously, why do the other big franchises get full-on interviews, full ones, but then Resident Evil gets a snippet? And it's like, I'll just go on the portal. And I've tried to do that so we can watch it on stream.
Pragmata.
They're on to Pragmata now, so they're not on to Resident Evil. But yeah, that like they, yeah, to be honest, Billy, it could be the vibe. They troll us because they love us. But no, I'm not getting any sort of. I'll show you. Hang on. That's what I've got. You guys can see that. That's what I've got. When I try and go on the Capcom portal, it just says error. Can't get anything, so that's just FYI. I've been trying to get on it, But no, it's proper dead. So I think we'll probably have to look tomorrow. You know, if you do want to see, guys, you know, obviously the full interview. So, like I say, it would be interesting to know more. But, yeah, kind of annoying that we didn't get full interviews for our franchise that we're mainly here for. But, yeah, like you say, not a bad spotlight, obviously. You know, even for the other games, they got very in-depth stuff there, but still. We're all good, man. But like you say, I definitely think I will make like a short form video of this. I do think like that's reverse psychology, saying they didn't say Leon wouldn't actually be in the game whatsoever. They just said, oh, when it's the protagonist, I mean, we can't have Leon because he wouldn't jump at a bucket falling and blah, blah, blah. We needed someone, you know, who's kind of, you know, jumpy, vulnerable, you know, who will be startled by this kind of horror. So, yeah, like you say, they... oh, there we go. But yeah, I think it's reverse psychology, because I think some people might go away from that and think, oh, well, they've just said they haven't done Leon, they haven't picked him. Yeah, that's fine, he's not in it whatsoever. So I do think it's reverse psychology, and he's going to come in some sort of rescue role to help Grace, to aid her, or maybe, you know, rescue her from whatever, if she does kind of get captured or things like that. And I do think he will be sacrificed, because I can see this loop with the first day on the job. Like, obviously he started out his career in Raccoon City and it ends in the very city. He and I think obviously I think I can just kind of vision it. I can just see it like some sacrifice is going to be made. He's going to die in it, and I feel like it's going to like pan out. You know, obviously the crumbled Raccoon City, RPD, etc. I just feel like we're going to see whatever's going to happen, and I feel like it's going to pan out, and we're just going to see this destroyed, obviously, Raccoon City. Obviously, as of now, we've only seen a little snapshot, but I think it's going to pan out, and we're going to see the whole thing, the RPD. We're going to see it as a whole with Leon laying on the floor sacrificed. That's what I can see. I could be completely wrong, but that's my prediction, my kind of theory. So I will make a video with that, and yeah, I think that's my prediction, to be honest. I can't think of anyone else who... I just don't think it's going to hit in the feels. Of course, it'd be sad if we lost Chris, Jill, Claire, Ada, whoever, but it will hit in the feels if Leon's lost because we're revisiting Raccoon City in the RPD. His death would be the most to get us in the feels, and I think that's where they're going with it, I think. 100%. I definitely can see him laying there, maybe even in the grounds of the RPD, potentially. Either, I think in the little area of the RPD, you know, like for example, where you enter the gates of the RPD. I feel like they might have a bit of a space there. You don't see much of it, really, in Resi 2 Remake. But, you know, for example, like RE2 or RE3, the original, where you fight Nemesis in RE3, in that area, I think there might be some kind of standoff, something in that area, and Leon's going to be laying there, and then it'll pan out and show us the RPD crumbled and a devastated Raccoon City. So, I think that's what we're going to see. That's my prediction, man. But yeah, I've just got a really bad feeling. It's not that I'm going to be happy to see it, not whatsoever. I've just got a really bad feeling about this one. Really excited to play Resident Evil Requiem, but I'm not... Oh man, yeah, it's just getting me, man. I'm very anxious to discover how it's going to unfold. So I think we're going to get like a bit of a sad ending. It's going to hit us in the feels and leave a bit of a broken heart, I think. And I think potentially... there could be a DLC, maybe a Leon-based DLC, a bit later on, I think, where, like you say, we've had time to grieve. I'm going really in-depth in this because I just believe it's going to happen. We've had time to grieve the Leon death, the sacrifice, and I think they'll release a DLC where we can kind of go back into, I don't know, some kind of previous days, something. I think we'll have some kind of throwback to Leon's early days as an RPD officer or something, as a tribute. I think we'll get a Leon DLC. That's my prediction, man. Anyway, that's what's going round in my head right now when I think of Requiem. I can't think of it like why they'd go to any other character, because the most devastating death would be Leon. For me, anyway. That's what I'm predicting. But yeah, I will get that out there on a video for sure. But yes, guys, I will be coming off now. Like I said, I'm going to be focused on some short form content. I will be ending the stream here, but I'll be back tomorrow evening. From 8 PM UK time. Still to be confirmed what we're streaming just yet. But then, like I say, I will be streaming on Saturday as well. It's my belated birthday stream, so we will be on for a marathon. 12 hour from 12 p.m. till midnight. So please do feel free to chill with us, obviously, tomorrow evening to kick off the weekend. And we're here all day Saturday. But yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for stopping in with us, man. What's going on, Staffy, Danny? Great to see you. Thank you as well, 8 billion. Thanks for your kind words, man. So thanks, Hoz, you are a legend. You guys never have to thank me. Thanks for being here, man. You know, for all the raw reactions and discussion on this. Thank you very much, man. But yeah, really awesome. I'm really glad we can go between the first and third person for sure, Jason. Absolutely. Yeah, I think so, though, Hon. I don't think you'll have needed to play the Outbreak games. I've not played them in depth, so I think you'll be okay. I don't think you'll have need to play them to get into Requiem. Thank you, Fran. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow, Moose. We'll catch you then. Yeah, anytime, Abby. Thank you for hanging out with us. Do appreciate you. Yeah, you have a good one as well, Jason. Thank you. Thank you very much, J-Rex. Thanks for being in with us, guys. If you do want to still hang out, we're going to look to raid out over on Twitch, and I will be lurking away in the chat. Let me see who is still on. I'll just see who's still on. Just give me a second. Still quite a few on, because obviously it is still early-ish. Well, it's midnight, isn't it? I'll just go and raid out Craig again, because like you say, he's currently playing Resident Evil Code Veronica on his... Oh, hang on, is he coming off? I don't know if he's coming off or not. Just bear with me a sec. Oh, he's actually offline. Sorry, he has gone. I'm just trying to find someone to raid, guys. Thanks for your patience. I'll tell you what, we'll go and raid our mate Jojo. She's currently playing Blood Rain. It looks really good, that, actually, Blood Rain games. She's not long got started as well, doing a birthday stream, so I wish Jojo a happy birthday as well. So, yeah, Jojo will be grateful for that. They also have a doggo cam as well, with a doggo cornbread in that. So, yeah, we'll go and take over the party positive vibes to our Jojo. But, yeah, feel free to catch us, guys, tomorrow evening from 8 p.m. UK time, and also our marathon from 12 p.m. till midnight on Saturday. Thanks very much, guys, for hanging out with us and choosing us to, you know, watch the Capcom Spotlight. I really appreciate that, because I know there's a lot of avenues you guys could have watched it, and you've chosen us. So thank you for hanging out with us, man, and being involved, you know, in the reaction and discussion throughout. Thanks so much, guys, and I will see you in a bit. Thanks, everyone over on Twitch. We'll go hang out in Jojo's. Thanks so much, guys. Good night. Lovely. We sent over that raid. Thank you to everyone still in with us. Thank you to everyone over on TikTok. Thanks for the likes and shares and your guys' generous gifts throughout. Do appreciate you being in for Capcom Spotlight. Feel free to catch us the next couple of nights as well. Take care, guys. Love y'all, and I'll see you in a bit. Good night, TikTok. Thank you very much, guys, as well, over on YouTube and Kick. Yeah, like I say, guys, thanks very much, man. You know, lots of you guys for stopping back in the stream with us as well. You know, obviously we played a bit of Silent Hill, the original. We did complete our playthrough, which is awesome. So what we'll do, we will start... I'll start it properly. I'll start a proper, you know, new fair, you know, a.k.a. Hard mode playthrough on Silent Hill. We'll try get good on that. I might maybe refer to that guide a little bit to try get the good ending, and then we can unlock the that kind of that stone we need for the UFO ending. I want to like really try get good on those and be able to get the UFO ending. You know, I'd like to know them a bit more better. The Silent Hill games for sure. But thank you very much, man, for being in with us. Like I say, I know some of you guys have tuned back in with us for this one. Thanks for, again, like I say, choosing us to watch the Capcom Spotlight with. Thank you very much to Ads, Ian, Sean, Red Baron, Tyler, Fizz, everyone else in here. Like you say, I do see the numbers we've got in, so thank you very much. Even if you've not been in the live chat, thank you very much for chilling with us tonight. I really appreciate you guys. But you can catch us the next... tomorrow evening, and then obviously all day, all evening, Saturday for our next stream. So we have got you more than covered the start of this weekend, and then obviously during the weekend as well. Thank you very much, guys. Love y'all, and thank you for your continued support. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Good night.